Good morning. We are on trail. Been on trail for a little bit. We stayed at Little Jimmy Campground last night, and we have a kind of smallish day, like less than 12 miles, but kind of an unknown, I guess, is there is a area of the trail that is closed for protection of a species of frog. So we'll have a little bit of a road walk today. Not really sure how much of a road walk, maybe like 4 miles. So feeling okay today. Just have gotten kind of sick in the last couple days, but we're moving and trying to stay warm. It's not terribly cold today, but and the wind is not hammering us at the moment, so all is good in our world. All right, we're walking through a recently burned out section of forest, and show you what it looks like. A little bit sad because it seemed like a pretty young forest. All right, we're walking through this recently burned out area, and they say that poodle dog bush is the first thing that generally regenerates itself, and it's a very toxic plant because if you have contact with it, it will cause huge blisters, worse than poison ivy and poison oak. So if you look right there, that is poodle dog bush, and everywhere you see kind of that brownish, it is everywhere. It is not just below us, but it's above us too. It's everywhere. Okay, we're at Islip Saddle recreation area. Big toilets, trash, and a great thing, picnic table. So there's a endangered species area coming up that will have to be on Highway 2 for a while. And what we're figuring out now is apparently Highway 2 must be closed. If you can see up through there, there's a stop sign, road closed sign. We haven't seen any like normal traffic, only construction traffic. And the other major thing about this is this is a burned area. Sorry to keep flipping you around. A burned area, and we just came through a huge thing of poodle dog bush that it was like encroaching on the trail and everything else, and I can see in front of us that it's the exact same thing. It is everywhere up through here, and this is a burned area. So we have elected to follow Highway 2 all the way to the other side. We think it's going to be about 7 miles of road walk today, but I think it's just the safest thing for us at this point. Neither one of us want any poodle dog, and we here in about 3 miles we would have to be on Highway 2 anyway, and we've talked to a few other hikers, and that's what they did as well. So it's kind of choose your own adventure out here a lot of times, and today is one of those days. So come along with us as we hike Highway 2. Okay, we are on our little road walk, and we feel like this little secret club today because Highway 2 is closed, and the only traffic that we're encountering is a bunch of construction vehicles, and they're all really cool. They're like blowing their horns, waving and stuff. We're just out here playing in the road, you know. But
they're going the wrong way because of the ride.
yeah, no ride. At least we're hiking miles, right?
Right.
But it's really cool. Hey, we're fixing to go through a tunnel, which is really cool. We'll give you a look at that. But this is a really pretty scenic highway.
Much more scenic than
A bunch of poodle dog bush. But here, I'll give you a look. And then the tunnel is right over there that we'll be going through. So, yeah, it's really a nice highway. Not really sure why it's closed. Maybe some sort of rock slide or something. But yeah, right there is our tunnel that we're going through. Okay, we have reached the tunnel. Of course, whenever you go in tunnels, you're supposed to beep your horn and stuff, but we don't have that. Beep, beep, beep. Oh! Oh!
We want to tinkle in the party all day.
That just went on video, ma'am. Well, what? Privy versus tinkling in the woods? I'm with Jan on that. I'm thinking
It depends. Some of them
some of them are pretty nasty, but
these have been closed for a long time.
yeah, we're kind of enjoying the road walk and being able to. Apparently, there's quite a few picnic areas along the way because this is a scenic highway. So, all right then. And just to show that we are on the PCT, we are on the PCT alternate. All right, this is our end of the day recap. Actually, from yesterday, we didn't do one when we got to camp. As you can tell, I'm a little under the weather, and all I wanted to do was drink some tea and some hot noodles and go to bed. We had a pretty difficult day yesterday. We got dropped off pretty early.
At 6.
Back at our Highway 2, and where we got picked up by Mandy. And we stayed the night at Acorn Cabins and went into Wrightwood and resupplied and did all the things that we had to do there.
Had lunch, had free coffee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was a good stay in Wrightwood, and Acorn Cabins was phenomenal. They're just such sweet people. And then we got on trail. The main objective was Mount Baden-Powell, which going northbound was pretty tough. It was a lot of switchbacks, thankfully, but it was still very steep climbing, and when your respiratory system is compromised and you're not feeling well, it makes it so much worse.
Yeah, it was like 2,800 feet over 4 miles.
Yeah, it was pretty gnarly, but and then to make matters worse, once we got closer to the top, the wind was terrible, and it was really cold. So we had to layer up, and when we finally got to the top, I was so emotional about being there. I mean, I had seen it before on videos, but that wasn't it. It was just such a hard-fought victory for me. Jan was feeling a little under the weather too.
But not nearly as bad as you.
Yeah, not as bad. It's just... I think that just the weather changes that we've experienced here in the last week really kind of drug my immune system down and stuff.
And plus, there was something in Wrightwood that made me sneeze like crazy, and I don't know, pollen, who knows? But
yeah, we can't pinpoint exactly what's caused it, but at any rate, we made it to the top. It was very emotional, like I said, for me to be there, but it was really pretty, and we were the only 2 people up there. So it was really a cool experience.
Yeah, it was nice not having to share it with day hikers.
Mm-hmm. Then we made our descent off Baden Powell, and we had just, 4 or 5 miles after that?
5.
Yeah, we had 5 miles after that to get to Little Jimmy Campground. And we got some water right before we got there and went in and made camp. And like we said, we just wanted to be somewhere in and out of the wind because that wind was relentless yesterday.
Yeah, it was a nice campsite. We had a lot of tree blowdowns and stuff, but had tables and flat spot for camping and bear vaults or bear boxes, so it was good.
Yeah. So that was all for yesterday. As far as our end of the day recap goes,
yep,
we just got in our tents and just
stayed there for 12 hours.
Stayed there for 12 hours. Yeah, there was a southbound hiker that we talked to. Dapper was his name, and I talked to him a little bit about the section that actually we're doing today. And right now, as you can see, we're sitting at a comfy picnic table. Maybe one of the pluses for this our trek today. So he said that a lot of guys, PCTers, have been doing a 7-mile road walk because the PCT keeps coming back to Highway 2. And when we came out at Islip, Islip Saddle Trailhead, we had went through a huge amount of poodle dog bush, and there were some places that we could barely avoid it.
Yeah.
And we could tell that, I mean, this whole region right here apparently has been burned real recent, and even on the road walk, you can smell it.
You can smell it. It smells really awful,
yeah,
like the carpet in a frat house.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. So we went ahead and chose from Islip Saddle Trailhead parking to just do the road walk.
Yeah, because there was going to be 4 miles of road walking anyway because of the endangered frog protection.
So so we've been on the road for a while, and the great thing about it is Highway 2 appears to be closed down. There's no traffic other than construction vehicles going by. So
we got the whole road to ourselves.
Yeah. And we're stopping at all the little rest stops along the way and taking advantage of them. But anyway, that's enough for the end of the day recap. And it leads you a little bit about what we're doing today. And we've got 2 goals in mind today. We have 1 campsite, but we may go a little further today, especially since we're basically doing 7 miles of our day is just a road walk. So, but anyway, that's enough for today, and we'll talk to you later on this evening. Still on our scenic road walk of Highway 2. Jan, what do you think about today?
I think it's kind of interesting. It is nice to be able to walk and not look at your feet and huff and puff. So, I mean, I wouldn't have chosen it, but the PCT chose it for us. So.
Yeah, we're pretty happy about it. It's a little bit different in a break. All right, we're coming to the end of our road walk. We'll cross Highway 2 here.
Watch both ways before you cross.
Yep. Look both ways, kids, and it'll pick up on the other side of Highway 2, and we'll just remain on the PCT from here. So there's Highway 2 up there, and this must be the old Highway 2 because we've seen some asphalt deteriorated, and also it's wide enough, obviously, to be an old road. Pretty views. Well, we made it to Camp Glenwood. This is where we're going to stay today. Hey, Jan.
Hey, Sarah.
End of the day recap.
Another day. Another many miles.
Yeah. We did, according to Far Out, 16.8 miles. However, in full disclosure, we did about 7 miles on Highway 2 today as the PCT alternate, which is quite a change for us.
Yeah, it would have been unpleasant except the road was closed, so there was no traffic on there. So
yeah, it was like our own little club.
Yeah,
we
could just walk down the middle of the road.
And we did a lot of times. There were construction vehicles on the road, and they were all waving and honking and their horns and all that stuff at us.
But sadly did not stop and offer us a ride or food or anything.
Yeah, we didn't get offered much, but it was nice because there were also like way stops on the way, picnic areas and stuff like that. So we stopped for a couple breaks. They had privies,
trash cans.
We got rid of some trash, so that was good. What else? Oh, we're here at Camp Glenwood. This is where we ended up. And what else did we do? What was the big highlight for today?
Oh yeah, we hit 400 miles.
Yeah. So we hiked 400 miles. We're just past that location now here at Camp Glenwood. This is where we're going to stay tonight. As you can see, my tent is set up right behind me. And then we're going to take off tomorrow. How many miles do we got tomorrow?
Like 15 something, because we did more today than we were supposed to.
Yeah, we were supposed to do almost 20 tomorrow. And I'm still kind of under the weather and stuff, so it's kind of good that we were able to moderate miles today and have a lower mileage day tomorrow, because I'm just not ready for that right now. And
plus the road alternate let us avoid a lot of horrible poodle dog bush overgrowth.
Yeah, so that was our major decision making. When we left Little Jimmy Campground this morning, it was in a recent burned out area. And there was so much poodle dog bush. I mean, we could barely get around it in a couple places.
Yeah, and it was just, the stench is overpowering and just really unpleasant.
So we read some comments that there were a lot of hikers that have done the 7 mile walk on Highway 2. So when we got to Islip Saddle Junction rest area, we made our decision then that we were gonna walk the road, and we did, and it was nice.
Yeah, I mean, we had to walk up a big chunk of it anyway because of mountain yellow frog protection area. But the PCT did not road sign where you're supposed to get off, where you're supposed to get on. It was pretty confusing.
Right.
So anyway, we did our miles.
Yeah. So we did the miles to get here, and
didn't step on any yellow frogs.
No, we didn't endanger the frog. So tomorrow, or here in the next couple of days, isn't there somewhere else that has a lot of poodle dog? They were talking about.
That's farther down the trail.
Okay.
I was looking pretty far ahead, just checking out water sources. Because now we're back in somehow coming up to a section where water's not very plentiful.
Yep. But that is pretty much it for today, I think.
Yeah. We got to camp. Well, it was still light. So nice.
We got here about 3-ish. Got here about 3 o'clock, and yesterday we got in at a reasonable hour. So we're trying to set a new trend.
Yeah. We have the next 3 days shouldn't be too bad, but a couple of days after that are pretty hard.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna be getting into what's the town we're
Acton.
We're gonna be getting into Acton here in a couple days on Friday, and I've got new shoes waiting there. Resupply. We're gonna be staying at a bar, another
saloon.
bar.
Yeah,
saloon.
it's cool that you can stay there for free and you get showers and looks like they have really good food.
Yeah, and they have a charging station and stuff for our stuff.
Super, and a store next door where you can resupply.
Yeah. So, and then the very next day we'll leave kind of late, probably, because we have less than 11 miles into Agua Dulce, and
which is, as far as I know, the only town that we've come to that where the trail literally goes through the town, so you don't have to make an effort to get there.
Yeah, so we'll go through. We'll go to Agua right after Acton.
So we'll be clean 2 days in a row.
Yeah, how's that?
Wow.
But we're trying. Here we're at the last 2 weeks of our trip, and we've kind of sat down and made a plan and realized there are going to be a couple days that we're going to have to do big miles, or we're going to have to figure it out how to kind of split it up. But water is an issue towards the very end as we go into hiker town. So, but yeah, that's kind of looking a little far ahead. But that's it. You got anything for this evening?
No, we won't. But we shouldn't have too much big food carries anymore.
Yeah, because
this week we had like 10 pounds of food each.
Yeah, a lot of food. And we carried some water in here too because we weren't sure. There's no water here. But anyway, that is it for this evening, and we will see you tomorrow on the trail. Bye.